Okay, so I'm going to discuss like the crystal methodology or framework. Uh, First, yeah, as a definition, so crystal is an agile framework. It focuses on individuals and their interaction as opposed to process and process. This is something basic to agile, but it's to a greater extent in crystal. A Crystal Agile frame is built on two core beliefs. So teams can find their own way to improve and optimize their workflows, and every project is unique and always changing. This is why a project team is best to determine how it will tackle. So projects, you cannot expect to have a process or some workflow that will work on every project. So in this methodology, we are saying like the team will figure out the best way to work with each project on its own. So this is the main idea or definition of Crystal. Now, Crystal has like set of properties that they work with. So the first one is that there's frequent delivery. So the team should release new project and test codes frequently. It's usually weekly or monthly. Sometimes, if the project has a big scope, it can even be quarterly. It has reflective improvement, so reflective workshops every few weeks to discuss ways to improve. Here we are talking about improving the processes or the workflow, so the team will find a way to better manage the project. Consistent communication. So here, for smaller group, osmotic communication is the best. Osmotic means that the team will be physically present in the same room. They will all talk to each other. For larger group, a closed loop form of communication is recommended. Closed loop means that once a communication is received, the receiver will repeat it and make sure that he has understood well the message. Then the other side will confirm. That way, the communication can be not confusing. Uh, Personal safety, it's basically providing an environment where everybody feels safe to express their opinions, their beliefs, or what they think is the best way of handling the project or the tasks at hand. And they shouldn't be worried about how retaliation or something or things like that. Focus, all team members should have a clear understanding of the overall project goal as well as their specific tasks. This is very clear. So they should all be aware of everything. Easy access to expert user. There will be an expert that all team members can refer to, like for advice when handling specific aspects of the project. There will be a access to an expert in all areas pertaining to the project. And technical tooling, it includes the tools the team uses during configuration and testing to identify programs error as early in the development process as possible. So that in any, yes, okay. So regarding the number of team members, in crystals, there are different types of crystal for like the different number of team members that there might be. So there's cluster clear. These are for teams of 6 or fewer members. This is basically for short-term project where members work out in a single workspace. Crystal Yellow is like teams between 7 and 20 employees. This is where feedback is taken from real users. This variance involves automated testing, which resolves bugs faster, reduces and uses too much documentation. Uh, Crystal Orange, teams between 21 and 40 members. It's where teams are split according to their functional skills. These are generally for big projects, like they last between 1 or 2 years. Crystal Red is for project between 41 and 80 employees. In these projects, the team is divided according to the requirements. So we have project with number of requirements, the teams can be divided according to these requirements. Maroon is also on the same concept, but for even bigger project. And diamond and crystal also the same, but for like very, very large projects. Now, when it should be used, this management style is best suited for short-term projects that require rapid delivery of products. It can also work well for short-term projects that require frequent testing and feedback. It's not suitable for virtual or remote teams that struggle to keep members connected. Now, for advantages and disadvantages. So the strengths include it allows team to work the way they deem most effective. It facilitates direct team communication, transparency, and accountability. The adaptive approach lets teams respond well to changing requirements. Its weaknesses, it's a lack of predefined plan. It can lead to scope creep, and the lack of documentation can lead sometimes to confusion.
Thank you so much. You have any question, guys?